All right, so today we are looking at M3, page 65. Okay, again, that's this booklet here. And we are looking at page 65. Okay, what to do with leftovers. So this is a continuation of yesterday's lesson. However, there's a little bit of a different twist today. All right, let's look at our directions. Use the answer for each question to complete the next problem. Okay, so the answer here is going to help us do this problem. The answer here is going to help us do this problem. The answer here will help us with number 4, and then the answer for 4 will help us with number 5. And there is only 5 problems, okay? So I'm going to do a few with you, and then you're going to do a few on your own. Okay, number 1, the 176 students at Fay School are divided into 2 equal teams that represent the school colors, the red team and the white team. Each team competes against the other in athletics and in earning good grades. How many students are on the red team? Well, they're telling us there's 176 students and they're divided into 2 equal teams. So that means that red and white are going to have an equal number, okay? It's going to be equal, okay? And that tells us that right there. Now, what do we need to do? Well, we need to divide the number 2 into 176. So this is where some of that long division is going to come into play. You could certainly try near facts, okay? But near facts with numbers that are really large like that, it might be a little bit more difficult. Certainly we can try it, okay? 2 times what number plus blank equals 176. We can fill that in the end. But if it's going to be 2 equal teams and we know this is an even number, there's not going to be any remainders. Okay, there's not going to be any remainders because this is an even number and it's divided by 2. Okay, so we just have to figure out 2 times what number is equal to 176. So I'm going to show you how to set up this long division problem. We're going to do 2 and we're going to divide it into 176. Okay, so the first thing we want to think to ourselves is, can 2 go into 1? It cannot. So now we had to move our finger over. Can 2 go into 17? It certainly can. How many times can 2 go into 17? So think near facts. 2 times what number plus what number equals 17? Well, let's count by 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So I have 8 fingers here. So we know it's going to be 8. I'm going to put that 8 right there, okay? Because the 8, it's going into 17. It's not going into just 1. So now we need to think, okay, we know 2 times 8 is 16. So our 16 is going to go here, and then our remainder is going to be here. Now don't get confused, okay? This is still the same type of thing with the near facts. You would think 2 times what number, and you could even do it if you wanted to, 2 times what number plus blank equals 17. Because you're only looking at that 17, pretending that 6 there is absent from the problem. And in that case, you get 8 and 1. Okay, so that's where that's coming from. So now, after you have figured that part out, and again, those are near facts, can be helpful with long division. Now what we have to do is we have to do something with this 6 here. We're actually going to bring that 6 down, okay? And we're going to put it right next to the 1. And then we're thinking the same thing. 2 times what number is equal to 16, okay? And then if there's extras, but in this case there is not. 2 times 8, we already knew, is equal to 16. So that's going to be an 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Subtract and you get 0. And I had you before, you were going to end up getting 0. So then this number right here goes in that box. 2 times 88 plus 0 is equal to 176. Now, if you want to double check your work, all you have to do is 88 plus 88. 8 plus 8 is 16. 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. Okay, so how many students are on the red team? 88. And there's also 88 students on the white team, but it's asking for the red team. So we know red equals 88. Okay, so now, friends, we're going to use the answer here to help us with this problem here. Okay, so I'm going to pause there just so I can see that you were able to get that on there. Now, if you did not understand this long division strategy, do not panic. This is what we're going into next, but I'm going to do a lot of demonstrations to show you how to figure that out. All right, so now we're going to look at problem number 2. Wendy learned to tie knots at Girl Scouts and is preparing to teach her class how to tie a clove hitch knot. Each clove hitch knot uses 9 inches of string. So Wendy took number 1 inches of string and cut it into lengths exactly 9 inches long. When she had finished, Wendy had 1 piece of string left that was too short for the clove hitch knot. How long was the leftover piece of string? Okay, so this seems a bit complicated. So let us try to figure this out. All right, we need to break up this problem. So somehow we're using this 88 students here. Each clove hitch knot uses 9 inches of string. So Wendy took number 1 inches of string and cut it into lengths exactly 9 inches long. When she had finished, Wendy had 1 piece of string left that was too short for the clove hitch knot. How long was the leftover piece of string? All right, so we have 9. We have 9 inches of string. Inches. Okay, now think about inches. Okay, 9 inches of string. 9 inches of string. Okay, so Wendy took number 1 inches of string and cut it into lengths exactly 9 inches long. When she had finished, Wendy had 1 piece of string left that was short for the clove hitch knot. How long was the leftover piece of string? So now you're going to think about that red being equal to 88 students, okay? And see how where that number 1 is tells you right here is 88. So this is where that 88 is going to go, okay? So now we know what numbers are. Wendy took the number 1 inches of string, which is the answer to number 1, which is 88, okay? And so we want to take 88, and we want to divide 88 by 9, okay? Now, we can use the same strategy right here, okay? 9 times what number plus blank equals 88. So you have to think about your 9's times tables. You've been doing this on your Zern Math. A lot of you have been working with 9's. So 9 times 9 is 81. Okay, 9 times 9 is 81. And how do we get from 81 to 88? Well, we have to add 7. So we know it's going to be 9R7. Okay, now I'm going to show you the long division way as well. And you're going to still get 9R7. Can 9 go into 8? No, it cannot. Can 9 go into 88? Yes, it can. We already said that 9 times 9 is 81. Subtract, we get 7. So we get 9R7 no matter how many different ways we do it. So how long was the leftover piece of string? The leftover piece of string was 7. Wendy had 1 piece of string left that was too short for the clove. How long was the leftover piece of string? Leftover piece of string was 7. Okay, so you're going to use 7 in this answer here. So this is going to be a 7. So you're going to read it as, the McCoys are expecting 61 people to attend their family reunion party in July. They plan to rent tables that each seat number 2. So that's going to be 7 people. How many tables will the McCoys need at the reunion so that everyone has a place to sit? Okay, you're going to do the you-dos down here for 3, 4, and 5. I will set it up for you. So you will think 7 times what number plus blank is equal to 61. And then remember your answer, okay, to whatever this is, how many tables, Okay, so your answer to how many tables is going to be your answer that goes in here for number 3. All right, so you go ahead and try it, and then we will review them together. Good luck. Let me know if you need some help. I'm here.